Welcome to Inside Liverpool. As Liverpool's attention now turns to Leeds United, they are afforded some minor benefits for their first trip to Elland Road since 2009. After rallying for a portion for the campaign about the fixture scheduling on the back of Champions League action, the Reds find themselves traveling to Leeds on a Monday evening. There will be no dread 12:30 p.m. kick-offs on the Saturday for Klopp to rage against, and he will know the outcome of his top 4 rivals' result when the game gets underway. Those will be two sources of comfort for the Reds as they make the difficult-looking trip across the Pennines. So the extra rest will come in handy for his players after the Champions League exit to Real Madrid on Wednesday night. It is tough, we are still not in hot seat for the top 4, and we play Leeds on Monday. It is a tough one. They are the most physical team in the Premier League pretty much, so you better run about yourself, Klopp said of the game. It was the second time Klopp mentioned Leeds' seemingly indefatigable efforts after making a similar point in the post-match press conference of the 2-1 win against Aston Villa. Clearly then, Liverpool boss is expecting a high-energy approach from Bielsa's carefree marathon man. Such a prospect won't have an impact on how Liverpool defeat at least, so expect the back 5 to once more remain unchanged for the game at Elland Road. Liverpool limited Real Madrid to few genuine chances at Anfield, with Ozan Kabak and Nat Phillips continuing to perform admirably at the heart of the backline. Midfield is where we may see Klopp tweak the trio in a four of energy, a trait that has, at times, been absent since the turn of the year. Fabinho is likely to remain at the base of the midfield, leaving 2 spots free as the Reds enter the home strike this season. A blood and thunder battle in the middle of the park may not be the game for Thiago Alcantara to return to the starting lineup. But if Klopp is hoping to insert more control into the engine room, the Spaniard will be the best bet. James Milner, you feel, will be desperate to play against his boyhood club, and fatigue is unlikely to be a factor for a 35-year-old who still remains the fittest in the Liverpool squad. Gini Wijnaldum's importance has not diminished to Klopp inside the final weeks of his Anfield contract, so he is the front-runner for the start at Elland Road. Could Navigator be given the nod for his third start of the 2021? The Guinea international has hauled off before the half-time interval in the first leg against Real Madrid and has not featured since. More mobile than Thiago, his ability to carry the ball and press without it may be favorable factors when Klopp wakes it up. Oxlade-Chamberlain is another who is jockeying for position, but it will be somewhat of a shock if he's given just his third start of the season in Yorkshire. Curtis Jones will continue to be monitored as he bids to overcome a muscle problem that has ruled him out of the last 2 games. Up top, the now familiar dilemma remains. It's a 4-3 for Klopp as he assesses the respective merit of Sadio Mane, Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino, and Mohamed Salah. Salah, with 28 goals for the season, is a must. Mane has been out of form for some time and looks hugely short on confidence at present. That, however, is also a situation Firmino finds himself in right now, given how well his famed front three have performed these past few years together. Klopp has rarely had to wake up his team's selections with 2/3 of the struggling for form. There is no issue he is wrestling with, but there are other options available, namely in the form of Jota, who is Liverpool's second top scorer in the league with 8 and a man in form. Divock Origi has been absent of late with his own injury problems, and it will represent a surprise if certain Shaqiri was named from the start.